You slept 8 hours last night, maybe even 9. But right now, sitting here, you feel like you haven't slept in weeks. Not physically drained, not sore, just empty. Like something inside you has been quietly running on low battery for so long that even resting doesn't charge it anymore. That feeling has a name. And it is not laziness. It is not weakness. It is emotional exhaustion. And it is completely different from being physically tired. Here is how you know the difference. When you are physically tired, sleep fixes it. When you are emotionally exhausted, sleep helps your body but leaves that hollow heaviness exactly where it was. You wake up rested and still feel like you cannot face the day. Researchers call this emotional labor depletion. The idea that your mind has a limited reserve of emotional energy, and when that reserve runs dry, no amount of rest replenishes it on its own. One of the clearest signs is that small things feel enormous. A notification you need to reply to, a simple decision about what to eat, a conversation you normally would not think twice about. Suddenly, these feel like mountains. That is not you being dramatic. That is your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles decision-making and emotional regulation, running out of fuel. When it is overworked for too long, even tiny demands start to feel unbearable. Another sign is that you feel detached, like you are watching your own life from behind glass. People talk to you and you respond correctly, but you are not really there. Psychologists call this depersonalization, a protective response where your mind creates emotional distance to shield itself from further overwhelm. It is your brain trying to protect you, but it can make you feel like you have lost yourself. You might also notice that you have stopped caring about things you used to care about. Hobbies feel pointless. Goals feel distant. Even people you love feel harder to connect with. This is not a character flaw. This is what happens when emotional resources are overdrawn for too long. The warmth is still in there. It is just buried under exhaustion. And here is the part nobody talks about. Emotional exhaustion is often invisible. You can look completely fine on the outside. You can keep showing up, keep performing, keep functioning, which means people around you, maybe even you, do not realize how depleted you actually are. High-functioning and emotionally exhausted are not opposites. They coexist more often than most people admit. So what do you do? The first step is recognizing it, not pushing through it, not adding more productivity habits on top of an already drained system. Recognition, naming what is actually happening. Because emotional exhaustion is not a signal that you are failing. It is a signal that you have been carrying too much for too long, without enough in return. Rest counts, but so does reducing the source of the drain. Saying no to one thing this week, setting one boundary, letting one thing be imperfect. Small reductions in output add up. And connection helps. Not performing wellness, not talking about how busy you are. Genuine low-stakes connection with someone who makes you feel seen. Research by social psychologist James Pennebaker found that expressing what you feel, even briefly, reduces the cognitive load your brain carries silently. You do not have to process everything. Just stop holding it entirely alone. You woke up tired this morning and thought something was wrong with you. But your mind has been working harder than anyone around you probably knows. What you are feeling is not a flaw. It is feedback, and it is asking you quietly to give yourself something back.